Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Apologies for the couple of seconds delay kickoff, or it starts the stream. Kickoff has started 40 seconds ago. Millwall versus Hull City, of course, today of all days. My computer decided to go on a go slow and everything took about 4 years to get set up. But Hull City have been, I believe, penalised on a foul throw from Liam Miller. The ball seemed to just slip out of his hands, go straight up in the air, and it seems like the referee eventually pulled up for a foul throw. He didn't originally. Hull City were looking to be on a little bit of a break after Millwall were caught napping a bit on that one. But we will quickly run through the team news in this one. There's a big clash at the Den. Millwall versus Hull City. It's the playoff semi-final second leg. Winner of this game will go to Wembley to face either Middlesbrough or Southampton, depending on who wins that one tomorrow. Of course, it's 0-0 on aggregate coming into this one after the 0-0 draw on Friday night. And yeah, all things are riding on this one. Hoping that Hull City pull out the miraculous win and prove the naysayers wrong once again. They seem to be on a break here with Matt Crooks dishing one out wide towards Ryan Giles. We'll come to the lineup in a minute. Giles goes down. Referee didn't pull it back for a penalty, for a free kick, I should say. He pulls it actually for a corner kick in the favour of Hull City. I believe that was Aziz who kicks the ball away from Giles. Bit of a lingering challenge on him, nothing too much. And of course, majority of his foot got the ball to send that one out for the corner kick. So before we get the team news to you, corner kick incoming. It's getting swung in from the outside, headed back by Egan, but that one's going to go sailing right over the top of the crossbar there. So Hull City, they've gone for a bit of a change in this one with Sergei Kirich. They've gone for the 3-4-2, the 3-4-3, the 5-2-2-1, however you want to say it. We're playing 5 at the back, that being Giles at left wing back, Coyle at right wing back, the 3 centre halves being Hughes, Egan and Ajay. Matt Crooks, Regan Slater sitting in front of them. Liam Miller and Kyle Joseph comes into the starting lineup along with Ollie McBurney up top. Of course, Kyle Joseph grabbed 2 goals earlier on this season at the Den for Hull City in that 3-1 win that we saw here when McBurney grabbed the other one. Let's hope for a repeat in that situation. And of course, Joseph has a little bit more riding on this one as he picks up the ball now, dispossessing number 3 for Millwall. We'll come to their team in a minute. Sends a ball towards Liam Miller. Miller's body down to the floor, but he gets the throw in anyway on this near hand side from Kramer. As I was saying, Joseph has a little bit more riding on this one, as his father is a Millwall supporter. Of all things, destiny writes it that you come up against your father's team. So Liam Miller has chance for retribution here on the throw-in. Just a few minutes after his foul throw that went skywards upwards, he's made sure to rub this one down so there's no moisture left on it. And he gets a nice ball delivered into the box, headed around by Hull City. Millwall try to clear it, don't fully get it out. And Aziz's knock-on header will send it out for a throw-in on the opposite side of the field. It seems like Liam Miller's going to come over to deliver his long throw from this side of the field as well. So quickly, as he picks up the ball and drives it off, run through Millwall's lineup. They're playing for a 4-2-3-1 with the 4 at the back. Patterson in goal, 4 at the back being Leonard, Kramer, Cooper. Ball into the box, headed away by Millwall and dished out once again by them. As Hull City look to try and break in. Hughes. Travella one's in, it's headed away by Millwall, and they're going to take it down and try and get a bit of attacking going. Leonard, Kramer, Cooper, Sturridge in the back line, Denor, Mazusako, Aziz, Nedjil Ballo, and Coburn up top for them. So that is your lineup, and it looks like Millwall have picked themselves up a free kick just inside of their own half. Of course, this game, a lot riding on it. Oh God, a live stream on this game is wild. I'm here for it. Let's go City. Let's go indeed. I mean, all the emotions are going to be riding in this one. We're here. There has to be a winner in this one. Remember, 90 minutes. If no one can be decided as a winner by that point, we go to extra time and then a possibility of penalties. It could be a late finish for us, but Joseph may have something to say about it. He's breaking away on the counter-attack, looks to try and fire forwards Liam Miller. His ball was met by a block by Millwall, and now they're going to try and charge to keep it in play. And miraculously, number 49, Mazu Sakho, races that ball down and stops it bang on the line in a dead ball stop. With no contest from Hull City, Millwall are able to bring that back into their back line. So fantastic work there from Sakho of Millwall to keep them from conceding another corner in these opening few minutes. I am going to still stick with my prediction from the my prediction that I was talking about in the vlog last time out, so on Friday, and the prediction videos previewing that one, where I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. McBurney to score the winner for City in this one. Destined to be for McBurney, but it could very well be destined to be for Kyle Joseph as well. Hoping to see some good football here from City. An improvement from Friday night is needed if Hull City want to book themselves a date with destiny at Wembley. Dare to dream is the motto, and Hull City are trying to live by it. Written off far too many times this season, even before the season started. It would be a poetic way to get in by the playoffs. As Millwall have the ball back within their back line. City playing some promising football at the moment. Let's hope it continues and they can produce some more attacking balls, certainly in towards the box, certainly in towards McBurney. I think that's one benefit of playing this changed up 5 at the back, with having Giles able to get more into attacking advantageous spots. We'll maybe see that McGiles partnership that we saw earlier on in the season, where that was getting so many benefits, where Giles is able to get further up the field, produce some peaches of balls into towards the box, and McBurney, all he has to do is get on the end of one of them. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe we have a repeat of the fixture early on this season, where it was a 3-1 win for the Tigers, and it'd be even nicer to have a red card alongside it. But a free kick delivered forwards, going down the line towards Louis Carl. He does well to take it down, but Millwall try and pick it back up through number 7, Ballo. It gets all the way back now with Joseph. Joseph sends it over towards Semi Ajay. Agile to Slater on this near-hand side. Slater in field towards Matt Crooks. Crooks dishes it back, though, towards Egan. Egan is going to go all the way back towards Ivo Panda as he's under a bit of pressure. Panda plays the ball through the middle towards Crooks. Crooks through the middle towards Slater. Slater through the middle towards McBurney, who plays a 1-2 with Slater there. Slater now sees the ball out wide towards Giles on the left-hand side. Giles looks to whip one in towards McBurney, but it's met down by the feet of number 4, Kramer, and dished out by Millwall for another City corner kick. City playing some nice attacking football here early in this one. Up the Tigers indeed. Come on McBurney indeed. As Hull City will get ready to set this corner kick up, I will quickly put our usual poll in the chat. Who you think will win? Is it going to be a Millwall win? Ball flung in. Headed down by Hughes! As I was trying to put the poll in, Charlie Hughes got a free header at the back post, but put absolutely no power on it. There was more of a glancing blow, and the keeper, who was stood inside of the goal, but manages to grab the ball before it crosses the line. And of course, you have the faith in the goal line technology. A yellow card there awarded towards John Egan. A foul in that build-up play there for Millwall, producing off the back of the Charlie Hughes' challenge. There's a ball down the line, where Nedhill was just taken out by Egan. Just missed the ball a little bit, as he's going to be dealt the first yellow card in the game. 10 minutes in, whether that's something to watch out for, we will see. Of course, Hull City playing very defensively in their players to start out this one with that 5 at the back. We'll rack through the bench in a minute. I'll get this poll up in the chat so that you can all start getting your votes in. A Millwall win, a Hull City win. We can't have a draw. It's either win, win. Or win or lose. We can't win in both cases scenarios. What we're saying. Hello, my Hull friend. Hello, my Bradford City friend. Man, my stream is way ahead of yours, lad. Is it? Oh, dear. I fear I might see some things in the chat. 1-0 Hull, I'm calling it. I'm calling it too. Like a full minute ahead. Wow. I know there is a bit of delay on my stream of me saying things to actually getting into your monitors. So that may have a hand to play in the deal. But Panda fires one long off a free kick. It's met down though by Crammer for Millwall. Joseph in a battle to try and win the ball. Doesn't quite do so, but Miller wins a header. His header forwards is going to get blown up for a foul, I believe, on Joseph there anyway. But Hull City playing very, very attacking, very unnerve-like, which is a very a good comparison, I guess, to make from the game on Friday, where they was playing nervy football. Certainly in that first half, it looked like two teams who were scared to lose in that one on Friday. There was two teams scared to lose, whereas this one, it's two teams with everything to win. Because there has to be a winner. Whether it'll be in the 90, whether it'll be in the 120, whether it will be in penalties. Who knows? It's the ride of the EFL Championship playoff semi-finals. The 40th year, I believe, of the Championship playoffs. Hull City went up via playoffs 10 years ago. Can we repeat the fate this season? There's this game and then a possible date with Destiny in a week and a bit time. Saturday the 23rd of May at Wembley Stadium. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we've got a game against Millwall to win. Sounds like they're playing better than they did on Friday. Certainly seeing that way so far. Just that pure aggression. Getting on every second chance. Maybe it's the change of lineup. Maybe it is knowing what they have to do now. They have to win. They can't play to be scared to lose, because in that case, they'll just level out the game and we might end up conceding a scrappy goal. They need to score. And then at that point, they can reevaluate themselves. They can then sit back. They can then do as they see. But they need to score. It's the beauty of having this game with a 0-0 on aggregate. It's basically like this is just a one-game final. But just with the caveat of playing on Friday night, so players maybe a little bit more on the knackered side. That's where that rotation is going to come in. That's why I think having Gelhardt and Balumi dropping to the bench benefits as well. Putting two fresh players in their place, but then also having two quality players to come off the bench needed later on in the game. So we will quickly run through that Hull City bench. With, of course, the substitute keeper Dylan Phillips. It's John Lundstrom, Mohamed Balumi, Yu Hirakawa, Joe Gelhardt, Akin Famowo, Kieran Dowell, Lewis Kumas and Paddy McNair completes out that bench. Of course, keep an eye on that Egan yellow card. We do have Paddy McNair on the bench and also Akin Famowo, who can come in to fill out that spot for City. And of course, they can change up the formation depending, of course, what happens within this game. A big one with this one is going to be the crowd, though. A sold-out away end for Hull City, and what I believe will be a sold-out home ends for Millwall, with them trying to get behind their team, see themselves get to a rare championship playoff player final, I should say, with the ball swung in there for City, and it's, I believe, headed behind by Cooper for a City corner kick. It was Louis Cole this time swinging one in, looking for Kyle Joseph, and Cooper just managed to get his head on the ball before Joseph could try and steer it goalward. So another corner kick early in proceedings here at the Den. Hoping that City can pull out something here. An early goal would be best case scenario in this one. Get the fans maybe even hostile against their own team. A lot of talk about Millwall's fan base coming into this one and how that might prove a problem for Hull City. But it might also prove a problem for Millwall in themselves. Ball swung in, headed. Oh, Matt Crooks tried to go for the cheeky back heel, but he couldn't pull it off. It was Hughes who had the header, who just was off target, and Crooks just had to put his leg on the ball to steer it goalwards, but he tries to go for the cheeky flick back heel to send it into the goal. And he didn't make any sort of connection on it. The ball came out with a little bit too much pace for what it was trying to do. Bit too much of a delayed reaction. And the goal kick from Millwall. It's going to be sent in towards City's half. Headed back in towards the Millwall half. And it will be Crooks to try and head it on for City. It's met down though by McBurney. Who dishes it out over towards Miller on that left flank. Miller scoops it back. Looks to be pulled down for a foul. Referee says no way. And Millwall try and break away themselves on somewhat of a counter-attack. Hughes does well to try and block out Nedgel, sorry. But Nedgel keeps with it. Matt Crooks come charging back. And he swoops up that one, sending it back towards Ivo Panda, who will dish it out towards Louis Coyle. Note on the referee, of course, the referee in this one is a Premier League referee. Hoping that he has a bit of a better performance than the referee did on Friday night at the MKM Stadium. It is a different referee. I'm not 100% sure of the name of this one, but I do know that he is a Premier League referee. So hoping for good standards. Of course, no VAR in this one, but if Hull City do manage to get themselves to the final, I believe VAR is installed in the final. And if they do manage to defy all betting odds and everything coming into the season and get promoted to the Premier League, half volley swept in there by Millwall, away by City. If they do manage to defy all odds, make it to the Premier League, VAR will be installed for Hull City at their stadium and also when they go away to every other team in the Premier League, which that'll be its own learning curve in itself. Millwall coming to swing things in with Aziz. One-on-one with Miller. Swings one in. Headed back in towards the place. Oh, off the line! Off the line again! Panda and Egan, I believe, who cleared the ball off the line in successive fashion. But it's still Millwall here. Sturridge. His ball in. That's high. That's headed away by Egan. City holding out their shape. Millwall still looking to apply a bit of pressure. City with a lucky break there, clearing it twice off the line. Ball back in. Nodded out of in towards the middle of the park by Giles. McBurney couldn't quite come onto that one. And Cooper will get onto it for Millwall. Denor. On it out wide towards Aziz. Aziz trying to get past Giles. Giles sent down to the floor. Aziz still in. Ivo Panda with a fantastic diving block. Still Millwall chopped away by City. Millwall still with possession here. Chopped back out by Slater. That was an intense few minutes there for City. All coming through that man to watch, Aziz. We talked about him coming into these two games. Coming into the game on Friday. Player to watch out for, Aziz. He's been the shining star of Millwall's season. Grabbed a brace on final day. Grabbed an assist and a red card this season against City. He was that red carded player last time he was at the Den. But of course grabbed an assist in the 3-1 win at the MKM Stadium. Nothing can really separate these two teams on this season, it seems. 0-0 on Friday. And then 3-1 either way. Away from home for both teams. Of course, City do have the better away record. They are the best away team facing teams in the top 10. And I believe they might be the second away team in form-wise, or in record-wise on the season in the league. So that has something to say for itself as well. Hello, Callum. Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a lovely Monday. And hopefully Hull City are going to make it even better by booking a place at Wembley. But Aziz once again in towards the box. That's gone over everyone's head. And Joseph will come on it, looking to send it out of touch. It'll get deflection off a Millwall man. And it'll be a throw-in for Hull City. Man, Aziz is killing us on that side. He certainly is. That's probably one thing on the fact of... It's probably one thing on the fact of having that 5 at the back is you may be a little bit more exposed to having a Aziz-type player on that right wing, with committing Giles a bit more attacking mind, and then only having the sort of 3 centre-halves covering that left wing, that left wing-back position, right wing for Millwall in this case. So maybe that's something that Hull City might look to change up moving forwards. But we're just over 20 minutes into this one. As Millwall just going to calm things down. City holding out their shape, not looking to go and press too hard at the moment. They will still apply a bit of pressure through Matt Crooks. And Matt Crooks is pushing down. Will result in a free kick for Millwall inside of their own half. Matt Crooks, who was there, I believe he was awarded man of the match in Friday night's game. Certainly in Hull City capacity. He had a very good game. But a little slip there from Millwall. Not enough for Hull City to make a chance to pick up the loose ball. But they will try and stop this break going for Millwall. But Millwall say, nah. Slater's sliding challenge doesn't work out. It's balls with Aziz. Aziz in the area. Sliding block is done there by Charlie Hughes. And it's going to be a corner kick, I believe, first of the game for Millwall over on that far hand side. City have been susceptible to set-piece goals this season. And Millwall have the 3rd most set-piece goals this season. So it certainly is one to watch. 26 goals, I believe, this season for Millwall in set-pieces, as the graphic just popped up on the screen for me. So ball getting swung in here. Slow driven towards Panda. He comes diving out, blocks it. And then the follow-up attempt from Nedgehill is dragged so far wide. No contest there for anyone in black and amber. Panda getting called into action a few times in this one. And he's certainly putting his body on the line already. A few diving punch-out saves, all sorts in these opening 23 minutes. We can't win 50-50 balls at the moment. We need some possession back here. It's getting ugly. We certainly do. We need how we started this game for that first 5-10 minutes. Where it's possession for Hull City. And they were able to do stuff in that final third. But for the past 10 minutes or so, it has been certainly one-way traffic. And that being for the favour of Millwall. Goal kick by Panda. Sails over everyone's head. And it will eventually go out of play. Comes off McBurney last, and so it'll be a throw-in for Millwall. Over on that far-hand side, just inside of their own area. So looking for City to try and gain some momentum back now. So say it's 0-0 on aggregate in this one. 0-0 in this game. Second leg of the Championship playoff semi-final. As the ball breaks away for Joseph on this near-hand side. He's got a man ahead of him. So he's going to have to go back towards Crooks. Crooks, instead of looking to go infield, is going to play it back towards Coyle. Who Coyle then plays it back towards Ajay. Maybe City are best looking to try and keep a bit of possession going here. Ajay plays a bit of a dodgy ball towards Hughes. Hughes then has to play a bit of a dodgy ball forwards, and Millwall pick up on them back-to-back dodgy balls. But then them themselves are going to play it along their back line. And maybe see a bit more of this Route 1 football that we saw on Friday night from Millwall. Just as I say that, Cooper, the number 5 and captain of Millwall, sends one forwards. It's sent back by City towards Ollie McBurney. McBurney does go eventually down to the decks, but no foul, says the referee. Slater then loses the ball. Ball now out with Sturridge on this near-hand side. Into the area for City. Blocked by Coyle. And that's going to be another corner now for Millwall. This time on this near-hand side. Block there from Coyle to avoid any ball getting more dangerously in towards the box. Certainly both teams are seeming up for it. Hopefully City can shake them slight bit of nerves and woes that they seem to have had in the past 10 or so minutes and get back to what we saw for that first 10-15 minutes. But corner kick getting ready to come in now. Predictions. A 1-0 win for the Tigers. Ball swung in. Glancing header by Millwall goes right over the penalty area. McBurney collects on the far hand side. Plays a 1-2 with Charlie Hughes, allowing everyone to get forwards for City. Plays one trying to break through for Liam Miller. Doesn't quite do so as it gets blocked up by Sturridge. And Millwall will try themselves back at an attack going. Denor now for Millwall. Gets it going, trying to go looking for Coburn. Its ball is placed behind Coburn, but Millwall still managed to pick up on some dodgy play there by Regan Slater. Ball in towards the box there from Millwall is sent right over everyone and out for a goal kick for Ivo Panda. Yeah, a 1-0 win for the Tigers. Goal coming through McBurney, I see, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is Kyle Joseph, all things considering. With his father being a Millwall fan and, of course, grabbing 2 earlier this season at the Den. But this is the big one. A place at Wembley in just over a week's time is on the cards. Winner of this one will face the winner of tomorrow night's second leg in the Championship playoff semi-final, Southampton or Middlesbrough. Panda's goal kick goes long. It's met by Kyle Joseph. Isn't met by anyone else in black and amber, and so Millwall will send that one back towards Patterson, the goalkeeper. He hoofs it forwards looking for Coburn. Coburn takes it down. Slater then chops one forwards for City. It's then sent back towards Denor for Millwall. And it's going to try and go back up that right-hand side looking for Aziz. Giles does well to block out Aziz and allows that ball to go behind for a goal kick where Ivo Panda will be happy to take this one once again. City could do with just calming things down in the next 5 or so minutes. It's been a nervy past 10 minutes where they haven't managed to string too much together, and it's been a lot of competition coming their way from Millwall. I'm sorry, but Hull really need to update their badge. I've personally felt it looks so ugly. Well, maybe promotions to the Premier League might be the thing to update it. I wouldn't be opposed to things reverting back to the old badge. Not the one under the Alams, where it was no name on the badge because they wanted to turn us into Hull Tigers and they didn't want us to have a name and all that sort of stuff. But the old badge, I'm talking peak. The peak Hull City badge. The badge you think of when you think of the Brucey teams. The teams that got to FA Cup finals. And the team that back at the back end of the 2000s got themselves to a playoff final where they managed to upset things with a 1-0 win against Bristol City. All I'm asking for is a 1-0 win tonight to get themselves to Wembley. Joseph trying to do well to battle Ballo. And Kyle's touch on the ball there sends it out for a throw-in on this near-hand side, fairly deep in Hull City's half. It is going to be Sturridge to take. Or Sturge. It's either Sturge or Sturridge. Not 100% sure. But still the number 3, the left back for Millwall. Ball's coming in with that long throw. Headed away by McBurney. Back towards the number 3. Out towards Nedchill. Nedchill goes across towards Leonard. Leonard looking to go up forwards for Millwall. Headed away by McBurney. Oh dear. The ball away by City didn't look very well by Coyle. And so Millwall will have a chance here. The number 3 will try and get one going into the box. But McBurney will say, Nana! And block that one. And it goes out for a corner kick. Third corner kick of the game for Millwall. Second on this near-hand side. I mean, yeah, how funny would things be with Spurs going down and Hull City going up? But a lot has to happen for that. Aziz whips in this corner. right on top of Panda. So much on top of Panda that he's able to just jump up, grab it, and he's going to quickly try and distribute it out, catching Millwall on the break with Liam Miller up top. Miller looks to try and take it down. Not too bad of a touchdown. It's too far out on the near hand side to do too much with. He's looking for players to get in support. He's going to be taken down by Sturridge, and that's a free kick halfway into Millwall's half on this near hand side. That's going to be a welcome break for Hull City. Matt Crooks maybe look to try and go and take things early. But it looks like Kyle Joseph was pulled down to the floor before Crooks could do anything. Not fully sure on what happened there with Joseph. We'll see if we can get a replay here. Joseph was trying to break through to get that free kick going and was just had an arm whacked across his chest from Cooper. Now the referee is having a word with Cooper now. Who, to be fair, has a little rip in his shirt about here. Early on in this one. Over half an hour into this game now. Still 0-0. Is the keeper going to give Cooper a yellow card here or just a stiff word telling off? Seems it's just going to be a strong telling off from the Premier League keeper onto Cooper. He's now going to just talk to Joseph about that. As Joseph's just holding his chest a little bit. But this is going to give Hull City a nice little breather moment and also allow them to set themselves up nicely for this free kick. A line of City and Millwall players on the edge of the area. Some big targets to aim for. And it will be Louis Coyle, it seems, to take this free kick. It's got quite of a range out, so it's going to be more of a swinging cross, hoping that it's able to meet onto someone. As I say, there's lots of big targets up there. So Kyle fires one up in towards the penalty spot. That's headed away by Millwall. On towards Aziz. Aziz is really, really shoddy at them clearances, as that's another one that goes out for a throw-in, I should say, for Hull City on that far hand side. It's Liam Miller to take. Long throw coming. Wipes the ball dry. Miller's long throw incoming. Far hand side, final third. Throwing in towards Jai. Doesn't make it. Slater sends it back out towards Miller on that side. Miller in towards the box. Flick on header. And oh, that's just missed the goal. It's Egan once again with a header. And that one just narrowly off target. Nice little play there from City. Miller managed to get sort of an off-balance ball in towards the box. He was more chopping it back on himself. And Egan managed to get enough power on a glancing header off the top of his head. And that one just had a little bit too much loft and a little bit too off target to trouble Patterson in between the sticks. Oh dear. The ball getting bounced around in the midfield now. Millwall do come away with it. Headed forwards by City. Taken down now though by Millwall. It's over towards Aziz in that one-on-one battle with Giles. Aziz backheels it. Giles then sends it out of play, so it's going to be a throw in there for Millwall on the far hand side. And it looks like they're going to go for their long throw through Leonard. We saw this time and time again for Millwall on Friday night. They use this long throw loads, but they're instead going to go for the long throw, but actually play it out. So it's on the edge of the area for Millwall. They've still committed quite a few bodies. Low driven ball. And that one's safely picked up from Sacco by Panda. Panda's then going to dish it out towards Carl on this near hand side. He's going to look forward to go towards Joseph, breaking forwards ahead of him. But it's going to be headed out of play there by Sturridge. And it's going to be a throw in there for City. Just inside of the Millwall half on this near hand side. Seeming to be a very firm stalemate at the moment. Kyle throws it in. Plays a 1-2 there with Slater. Ball over the box by Kyle. Is that going to make its way to Giles? It does so. Giles 1-on-1 with Leonard. Plays a 1-2 there with Liam Miller. As Miller fires it back towards Giles. Giles swings it into the box. McBurney! Oh no! Ollie McBurney with a nil masterclass of a header. It was nearly that McGiles combo. Oh dear, close one there from McBurney indeed. Giles swings it in, and McBurney's glancing header is, I believe, tipped over the crossbar by Patterson. We'll see on the replay. Yeah, it is. Patterson does really well to deny McBurney there. But corner kick coming in now for City. Slater to take. He's going to swing in towards that penalty area. Taken down. It's down in the box. It's then eventually cleared by Millwall. Liam Miller with the ball. But there's going to be a pull-up for a foul inside of the area anyway. And so Millwall will have themselves a free kick inside of their own area. Just see what happened here. Not fully sure. As McBurney's pulled down to the decks. And because McBurney's down on the decks, another player trips over him. I believe that Sturridge trips over him whilst he's doing the clearance. McBurney's claiming the argument that the Millwall player had his arms around him, and that's why he had to go down to the decks. But still, nothing to come from it, as Slater will eventually get the ball over towards Kyle. Kyle charging it down this right-hand side. Looks to try and unleash a Matt Crooks breaking away on things down that right-hand side, but he was offside, so didn't pursue that ball any further. And so Millwall have the ball in their possession now. Ball sent down towards Giles, picks it up. It's now picked up back with Denor towards Aziz. Aziz looks to chop one over the top towards Denor. In the box for Millwall. Blocked. Sent behind for a corner kick by Charlie Hughes. And there was some claims for a handball, but Hughes very clearly had his hands behind his back in a very natural alignment. And so that is no claim on a handball there. That's more just have a shout, see if he can get something going. But Hughes' arm is pressed the length of his own body. So, very good call there by the referee. Of course, a Premier League referee. Ball swinging off this corner though, right on top of Panda. Once again, he's able to jump and grab it, and will dish it out very quickly. Looking for that break on Liam Miller. Can he get it this time? One-on-one with Sturridge. Sturridge is just ahead of him, and will pick up the ball. Miller will send Sturridge down towards the decks, and that's going to be a free kick for Millwall. Nothing further. Liam Miller says, thanks for the nice ball. Hopefully one of them times that does work to fruition. As I'm liking this though, we've rarely seen this from City this season, and certainly seasons prior as well. Having that man sitting on the halfway line for where, when corners come in, you've got that person to target to if you come away with the ball. If the keeper grabs the ball, you've got that person to target to for a quick break. I'm liking that, and I'm liking Liam Miller being that man. Very, very nicely done. But anyway, it's trying to go forwards down that left-hand side for City. I believe it's Regan Slater taken down by Denor. And it's going to be a free kick there for the Tigers. Just inside of their own half, but over on that far-hand touchline. 39 minutes into this one. Still 0-0. Of course, 0-0 on aggregate. So City's just going to take their time grabbing the ball to take things back for this free kick. Try and pull the clock down a little bit. As I say, this is going to be a very, very tight affair. I think we saw that from the game on Friday night. Ball hoofed forward by City, looking for McBurney. That's going to have too much to go on it. And it's going to sail all the way back for a Millwall goal kick, where Patterson will be happy to take this one. So let's hope that City can hold out this first half. It'd be a really bad situation to concede a goal heading in towards half-time. Petition for this channel to use the Hull City badge of 1947. We will see. We might do it for like a one-off little retro month or something. We will see. I have been thinking about changing the profile picture, to be fair, because it's a photo of me and Liam Rosina, and we've had a few Hull City managers since then. Of course, I need to get myself a photo with the man of the season, Sergei Kirich. Try and get that as the profile picture. But that is a job for the off-season, and hopefully the off-season doesn't start today. It instead starts after the 23rd of May, where we're talking about Hull City as a Premier League side. But we've still got a second half of football to finish out here. Possible extra time, possible penalties. And then maybe a date with destiny at Wembley. Come on, City. Oh, Joseph just down on the decks there, receiving a bit of treatment. Not fully sure what happened. Seems to be going charging in for the ball, and Ballo comes, hacks him down. A really, really dangerous challenge there by Ballo. Absolutely wipes out his legs. And Joseph just holding that left leg. Some treatment is being taken on that left leg. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Of course, City have been plagued with injuries in very significant spells this season. You could attribute that to one of the main reasons why City's second half of the season was not as consistent as the first half of the season. Sergei Akievich not happy in the slightest about nothing getting pulled up for that foul on Joseph. But both teams are going to take this chance where Joseph receiving treatment to take a breather. Joseph seeming to be in a lot of discomfort, and so it might be a early substitution in this one for City. Whether that will change things up, who knows? So there's a few City men on the sidelines getting warm. One of them is Gelhardt. I reckon that he'll be the man to come on for Joseph. Of course, it could very well be Bellumi, but I think it might be more Joseph if you wanted to still play the formation and the system that they've got going at the moment. Gelhardt will probably be the better target to come on for Joseph. But of course, we'll see if he can continue. It might be a case of he'll continue to see out this half and then City make the substitution at half time. But of course, it's a very intense game. They'll be wanting to make the substitution happen now if it's going to prevent City from conceding a goal. But Joseph's still down on the decks. And he's still looking a bit tender on that left leg. Referee's telling him to get a shift on and move to the sidelines. As they're still trying to examine that left leg. He's got a look on his face that he kind of knows that his day will be done. Of course, benefit about this one. Sergei's calling back. I heard him mouth Mo. So it looks like he might be sending Mo Bellumi on. He's telling Mo Bellumi to get a comeback, and it seems like that might be the end of Kyle Joseph's day. Unfortunate that one, as Mo Bellumi is getting stripped and ready to come on. But Kyle Joseph, the man who scored 2 here earlier on the season in that 3-1 win. Of course, it's a big tie with his father being a Millwall supporter. He's very unhappy in it. He's upset. But let's hope Hull City can go on and win this game for Joseph so he can get a chance to prove his worth in that playoff final. He's had a fantastic season, Kyle Joseph. To say last season coming in, no goals, nothing to show for himself since coming in from Blackpool. And then this season, he's gone on being City's, I believe, 3rd top goal scorer. And he's hopping off the field with a standing ovation from the away supporters. They know what this meant to him. And it will be Mohamed Bellumi coming on in replace of Kyle Joseph for the remaining few minutes of this first half. Of course, let's hope it's nothing too significant, where if Hull City will manage to get the job done today, with that little bit of extra time between now and the playoff final, it could be a chance for him to get a comeback for then. But I mean, this more shows the fact on how dangerous that challenge was from Ballo on Joseph, and the fact that his day is done. It was a really, really reckless challenge, and I'm surprised that the referee's done absolutely nothing to do with it. It's quite baffling. Hey, Bellumi's going to get a goal. Let's not stress it. Let's not stress it indeed. That's kind of how things work, isn't it? The man you don't expect to come on comes on and produces something. But let's see what happens. There's going to be probably a bit of extra time here. It's going to be 4 minutes. 4 minutes worth of extra time in this one. Of course, that poll is in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know. But it's Millwall with the ball now. 4 minutes to hold out in theory here for City, unless they want to try and go on and grab a winner. Balloumi's not on the field yet. City are currently playing a man down, as the referee seemed to have enough of Joseph hobbling off the field. Which it just seems like he didn't really like Joseph, to be frank with it. Ball in. Panda does a diving block there. Nice work by Panda once again. He's having a fantastic first half here, denying Millwall quite a few times. Seeing some key City players here stepping up to the moment on the biggest stage of the season. The most important game of the season. As the ball goes out of play, and this should be a chance for Balloumi to come on the field. Hopefully it is now. As it was Aziz who sent that ball in, where Panda has to make the out front diving block on it. And yeah, Balloumi is now on the field. So Balloumi, who was one of the two men dropped to the bench in this one, in replace of Joseph and also Ajay. But he comes on. We reckon we will see Gelhardt at some point within this game, especially if things stay as they are. They do have a fair bit of quality on that bench, City do. Where I believe that Hull City have a bit more quality on their bench than Millwall do. But we'll see how things shake out. Corner here for Millwall. Swung in. Headed away by Egan towards Balloumi. Balloumi's going to send one firing up that right-hand side. Looking for Miller. Doesn't quite get there, as instead Sacco picks up the ball and sends that one back towards the Millwall keeper in Patterson. Charging it down though is City. So Patterson forced making a bit of a quicker ball out. It does eventually get to Ned Chill on this near hand side, who sends one infield towards Sacco. Sacco sends one more forwards towards Denor. McBurney picks it up, and McBurney glides it past all three of them to get the ball towards Balloumi. Balloumi sends one out wide towards Miller on that left-hand side. Miller charging forwards, one-on-one with Leonard. He gets it past Leonard, in towards the penalty area, but Leonard just pulls it up at the last minute before Miller's able to fire that ball in towards the goal, whether that being towards McBurney or whether that being a shot on target in itself. Ball sent forwards now for Millwall. City pick it up. Crooks to McBurney. McBurney on the edge of the area. Just taking down. Free kick here as Cooper fouls McBurney. I mean, Cooper probably wants to watch himself because he's had a few challenges now. He probably will be one of the next candidates to get a yellow card in this one. After that foul on McBurney there. Edge of the area. So probably going to be the last chance of the half. And City have a chance to make it 1-0 coming into half-time. Fair few men standing over this one. It is very much shooting range. Balloumi looks like he might be the man to take it. But both Egan and McBurney are standing over it. Egan decides not to, and he's going to go and join the attack inside of the penalty area. So McBurney and Balloumi both standing over it. It looks like it might be Balloumi to take. McBurney does instead. He's going to shoot, and that one's going to sky over the crossbar. And that should be half time. It is 0-0 half time. Okay. Lot to play for. Lot to play for in this second half. A lot to play for. Oh dear. Let me know your thoughts on that first half. We'll, of course, come to it in a minute. But certainly a lot to digest from that one. City, I've got to admit, started well. That first 10-15 minutes looked like a whole new City. But then that end of the first half, maybe not so much. So let's hope that they can come out firing in the second half. And we can see The Tigers booking that date with destiny, as we say, at Wembley. But still got a second half plus to go here. 10th half started so well, certainly did. What was the foul on Joseph? Well, it wasn't a foul. The referee didn't call it a foul, but it clearly was. He just got his leg absolutely snapped up by Ballo of Millwall. And ended up getting treatment received and pulled off in the end for it. So we'll hope that all things are good with that. When he hobbled off the field, so I presume it's more of a tenderness thing than it being a actual true problem that could be foretold in the final or, God forbid, next season, especially after the season that he has had. But we will certainly see. I can feel your stress through the screen. You can breathe a little, buddy. It's going to be okay. Come on, City. Is it going to be okay? Is it? Are we talking about the same Hull City here? Oh, dear. We'll, I'm just going to put the scores on the screen. Apologies, they are reading the wrong score line. Hopefully that's not going to be any foreshadowing. But I've decided I'm going to put the scores on the screen. There we go. Lovely stuff. All right. So yeah, how are we feeling? How are we feeling? I mean, we're still heavily swaying against a Hull City win in the chat, so that's good stuff. But yeah, an intense first half to say the least. Oh dear. I mean, Hull City have already this season been to extra time and penalties on 2 separate occasions. They've had 2 penalty shootouts already this season. One in the Carabao Cup, one in the FA Cup. They're currently 1-1 in their situations. Of course, lost the Carabao Cup penalty shootout against Wrexham, away at Wrexham. And won the home shootout in the FA Cup 3rd round to see themselves progress to the 4th round for the first time in, I believe, was it 6 years or so? So yeah. But we won't talk about that yet. We'll talk about this second half upcoming. I mean, we'll quickly rack through the stats. So, live win probability is in favour of Millwall, as you would suggest. With it being 42% in favour of Millwall, 18% in favour of Hull City, and a 40% chance of it going to extra time. That's the live win probability. Of course, that means absolutely nothing, but it's a little bit of a gauge on how things are shaking out. Hull City do have the more shots in this game, 6 to Millwall's 5. It's 2 shots on target apiece. 6 fouls for Hull City, 4 for Millwall. Yellow cards, of course, that only 1 for Hull City, being that John Egan one. Offsides, only the 1 for Millwall, and corners, 5 for Millwall, 4 for Hull City. So it has been a pretty evenly matched game in this one. City, of course, started better. Millwall ended that first half better. But it is really anyone's game. To say that Millwall finished 3rd this season, a whole 10 points ahead of City, who were fighting for 6th spot on final day, just over a week ago. City they're hanging in it. And not just hanging in it. They're looking like they could do the job and pull a winner. I will leave the poll up in the chat right through half-time, so make sure that you do get your votes in on who you think will win this one. We will have a sip out of the Hull City mug glass for good luck, as is usual. Gelhardt might be a hope, he might be. I would not be opposed to Gelhardt coming on, not early on in the second half, but certainly at some point within that first half an hour of the second half, sorry. Of course, Hull City already being forced to make a change, that being Balumi on for Joseph maybe does change things out. I think just make sure we can get crosses to McBurney, certainly. I mean, we've seen that already in this game. There's been, I think, 2 chances where Giles has crossed balls into McBurney. We think about that one that was just flicked over the crossbar by Patterson. That was the closest chance, I think, for City in this one. Of course, Millwall's closest chance was that double block off the line by City. But, yeah, need to work through more of that McGiles combo. Certainly do. We certainly do. I think McBurney, 17 goals in the league this season. Giles, having a bit of a time on the sideline, still managed to get himself up there as one of the highest assist makers in the league. Of course, started the season really, really well before getting that injury, which sent him out of action for quite some time. Hasn't really seen too many assists since coming back from the injury. But what a time it would be to get firing and get going on that standpoint. What do you think about that half? I saw some good stuff from City. I've got to say, started very, very well. That first 10-15 minutes, very, very good. And there's some key moments in that sort of last 10 minutes. Of course, the McBurney chance being the highlight of it all. But yeah, overall, they did the job. They've come into half-time, 0-0. All is to play for in the second half. They've got, of course, working themselves into good places. I think the formation and also the grit and determination from the squad is that much better from Friday night. The change of formation may be the factor in that, but there may be the change in mindset may be a factor of that. You got to think that Friday night there was 6 days off the celebrations from that win at home against Norwich to seal themselves in the playoffs, where now they're of course a couple of days removed from the Friday night draw, where maybe they should have played a little bit better and maybe grabbed themselves a win to head into a bit of a better situation with this game here today. But they are rallying behind that and trying to put out a strong performance here today to see themselves the victors. Because, of course, it's win or lose, no draws. Surely the first goal has to be the winner. I do think that it is going to be one of them cases where it is going to be a 1-0 winner for this one. And hopefully it is that in the favour of City. What do you think about the Turkey Acun Beşiktaş Stadium? I have not seen a Turkey Acun Beşiktaş Stadium. So I'll have a look. Like Ali's rope-a-dope tactics, let them tire themselves out and hit them with the killer punch. I mean, yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to be a factor in this one, of course, with it being an extra time in implications. City having the quality on the bench as well may factor into that. I think having an extra defender is a lot better. Certainly is. We looked a lot nervy in the back line on Friday night, whereas that's not seeming to be the case today. And I've got to throw all the praise towards Ivo Panda. He's had a cracking first half. He's received some flack this season, whether you think it just, whether you think it not. But he's certainly had a very good first half. Let's hope this all remains the same. And we're talking in 45 plus minutes time about Hull City being a playoff team. But of course, they do need to score for that to happen. They have the players on the field for it to happen. Of course, McBurney was also the other one that scored earlier in the season in December away at Millwall. Joseph grabbed 2. McBurney grabbed that third one. So could McBurney do it again? A goal away at the Den. Then that rhymed. Oh. Very, very nervy. Very nervy, but it's half time. Let's calm it down, guys. Let's calm it down. Don't mind we're getting all nervy for. Oh. But I mean, that is just meant to say that in 45 minutes time, we could have a winner in this one. It could very well be Hull City. It could very well not be. We'll see. Dare to dream, as we say. Certainly dare to dream. It's been the phrase of Hull City in so many promotion races, cup runs, playoff runs. Dare to dream has been a big saying. And it's been an even bigger one this year, considering they've been written off from minute 1. Before a ball was kicked this season, we was, oh, they're going to finish dead last. They're going to finish second from bottom. Sergei Kirich, what a pointless appointment. He's going to be gone before Christmas. Well, Sergei Kirich was on the shortlist for manager of the season. He was one of them 3 managers. And I've said it time and time again, should have won it. So we will see. Being written off time and time again, City have. Have they got enough in them to do the ultimate pull out of nowhere move? Get themselves to Wembley. And anything can happen at Wembley, as we well know. Only lost one game there. Of course, that being that Arsenal FA Cup final game where we went 2-0 up in 8 minutes, let's not forget. That's the big caveat of that game I like to always remind people. Ugh. Here we go, 45 minutes to Wembley, or maybe an extra 30 minutes and penalties, but we'll somehow stumble over that line like we have all season, certainly. Middlesbrough hopefully win. I mean, it would be better to face Middlesbrough considering that Southampton will probably send a spy into the trees at the Cottingham training ground. Of course, if you don't know about that, Southampton have been done for having a spy looking in on Middlesbrough's training sessions this season. Sorry, not this season, but ahead of their Saturday afternoon lunchtime kickoff. Middlesbrough should have already won with that 17 shots in the first half. Certainly should have done, but once again, that's 0-0 on aggregate. Anything can happen in one game. So we will see. But it looks like we're getting all ready to get going for this second half. Dare to dream, you all. Dare to dream, you all. Ooh, cha. Never dull in Hull. I'm stressing. You're stressing, Mexico Rolls. I'm stressing. But it's certainly never dull in Hull. No matter if they're at home, no matter if they're away, it's never dull. Oh. Getting ready for the second half. I doubt any changes coming out of the half-time break. Certainly for Hull City. There could be one for Millwall if they want to counteract the forced change of Bellumi on for Joseph, but I doubt that they will. And it looks like Bellumi might get just a little bit of an extra warm-up time ahead of this second half, of course, coming on in them final few minutes. But all things are shaping up for this second half. Getting ready. Listen, man, if we go to the Prem, I'm flying over for a game. That would be brilliant, Mexico Rolls. Let's hope that happens so that you can manage to get yourselves down to the MKM Stadium to watch the Tigers face off against the likes of Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, and see if this momentum can carry forward into a Premier League season. But of course, let's not get ahead of ourselves. 45 minutes plus to play here, and then a game at Wembley, possibly on the cards. All caveated with that big possible. But all things are getting ready for the second half. It looks like we're just going to be a couple of moments out. I believe the team should be walking out. They are doing now. I eat my words. So, yeah. Let's get ready for the second half of the football. It might very well be a case of, in 45 minutes' time, Hull City's season could be over or it could be continuing. Let's see. Millwall with the kickoff. They send it back, send it long forwards. Hughes with the header sends that one out of play. Throw in for Millwall on this near-hand side. The player's gone very, very far up the line. It's nowhere near where the ball went out of play, but the referee's not going to say too much about it. Leonard throws it in towards the penalty area. Sent back out towards Leonard. He's going to send it across towards Cooper. He's then going to send it over towards Crammer. Of course, another one to watch out for, of course, is Egan, who is on the yellow card. Be one to watch out for in this one. Millwall playing forwards. Denor out towards that left flank where Sturridge is. Last chance to get your votes in on the poll in the chat. Who you think will win in this one? I will end it in a minute's time. So last chance to get your votes in if you've not done so already. If you think Hull City going to win, click Hull City. If you think Millwall going to win, click Millwall, of course. Usually there's a draw factor, but there can't be a draw in this one. I'll take this chance now as a foul pulled down on City's favour to end the poll in the chat. And it looks like it's a massive majority for Hull City, we're saying. 49 votes, 71% in favour of the Tigers. So it'll be Evo Panda here with the free kick deep inside of City's half. Pretty much everyone inside of the opposition end. Ball long. Up looking for that attack for City. Ajay does well to header it away for Coburn breaking away. But still Millwall pick up the ball. Slater picks up the ball back for City. He does well to get it past the man in the midfield for Millwall. Breaking forwards down that right-hand side is Balumi. Balumi sends one in towards Slater. Slater chips across towards McBurney. On McBurney again! Close again for City's number 9. If not, that was a better chance than he had in the first half. Slater does really, really well in that entire play. He's the man that gets the ball towards McBurney in the 6-yard box. And McBurney, I believe, fluffs his shot. It may have took a deflection. But all I can say for certain is that did not get in the back of the net. It is a corner, so it must have took a deflection. A block there from Millwall. So corner getting swung in. It's going to go short, actually. Miller plays it back and then going to get swung in. Low driven. It goes all the way back towards the keeper. Patterson forced down towards his side to pick up the ball. But that was really close for City. Patterson just drops the ball. He's then going to go short towards Crammer. So really, really close chance there for City early proceedings in the second half. City do well to defend up on that ball through there from Millwall. Slater, he's coming out firing the second half, it seems so. Going to play it back towards Hughes as he's under a bit of pressure. Plays it over towards Panda. Panda's going to go forwards up towards Mohamed Balumi. Sturridge gets the header. Cole sends it back in response. Going to go over Balumi's head. And so Millwall will pick up the possession on that errant header from Coyle. Of course, good note on Regan Slater. He is still a Tiger and will be so after this season. After having a fantastic campaign. Maybe his best season in a City shirt. Picking up 3 Player of the Season awards. At the behind closed doors awards ceremony the other week. McBurney, of course, picking up the title one as Player of the Season. But Slater picked up Players Player of the Season, Supporters Player of the Season, and is it the PFA Community Player of the Season or something like that? All I know is he was a hat-trick winner at the awards. Can he get a hat-trick tonight? Who knows? I doubt it. It doesn't look like the game where someone's going to get a hat-trick. Millwall in possession, though, inside of City's half. Leonard with the ball here. One-on-one with Miller. He's going to look to try and chop one forward towards Aziz. That's going to have far too much on it. Sell behind for a City goal kick. City are now attacking towards their travelling supporters. Of course, they're on the upper deck of that stand behind the goal. There's no one in the lower deck there, presumably due to safety concerns. Because I believe when we faced Millwall earlier on this season, they had away supporters, home supporters underneath the City away supporters. Or it might have been vice versa, where the away supporters were on the bottom deck and the home supporters on the top deck. But that whole back end is City, but they've only allocated the top section. I mean, some good news elsewhere. Leeds are losing. Tottenham 1, Leeds 0 in that Premier League game that's ongoing tonight. Of course, 2 Yorkshire teams facing off in the capital this Monday evening. This game drastically more important than the Tottenham Leeds game, as we are 51 minutes into this one. City, Millwall 0-0 in this game and on aggregate. Ball forwards by Millwall. Cole's going to chase that one down. Sturridge is going to battle in for it, but it's going to go out of play after some shielding by Coyle. Be waiting to see what the next changes are, as it looks like Millwall might be looking ready to make some early changes in the second half. As we're only about 7 minutes in, and they've already got a man stripped at the sidelines ready to go. Play's going to continue at the moment before they make that change. Hughes just pulled down to the deck, but the free kick's going to go in the favour of Millwall, and it's a foul. It's going to be a yellow card on Charlie Hughes there. I'm not sure if that was fully yellow card worthy, as both Hughes and Coburn had hands on each other's shirts and they were pulling each other down to the deck. But Hughes is the man penalised on that one, and there is a free kick in the process for Millwall. Not that far into City's half. Bit of a similar place to that of the Coyle free kick in that back end of the first half. Swung in by Leonard. Doesn't have too much on it, and so City will be able to clear that one out easy enough. Hello there. Hello, welcome into the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely Monday, and City managed to make it that even bit better. Man, we have to get one of these, please. We certainly do. One of these chances have to finally break City's way. Come on. Millwall still yet to make that change for the man on the sidelines that I've talked about getting stripped and ready. But quite surprising on them making an early change. Just goes to the sentiment of what is in this game for both teams. A win is a place at Wembley. A lose is the end of the season. For a team like Millwall as well, they've kind of come a little bit out of nowhere this season on the success form, and how they probably will lose a few of their key players if they do not get up to the Premier League. It's kind of win now situation for them. Whereas Hull City, if they don't go up this season, are they not going to be contenders for the playoffs next season? I highly doubt it. I think they'll be able to build on this successful season with Sergei Kievich at the helm. But of course, playing Premier League football, it's a little bit nicer. But Millwall here with the chances. They're going forwards. Leonard trying to get one past Hughes. Doesn't manage to do it. Egan pulls it up. And it's going to go forwards towards Matt Crooks in the midfield. Crooks gets it past his couple of men on him. Gets out towards Giles. Giles looking to try and shape one forwards up this left-hand side for Liam Miller. And that ball doesn't have enough curve on it. So it's going to go out of play. Giles a bit frustrated about that one. Saw what he was trying to do. Didn't quite have the plan to fruition. Millwall with possession now. Forwards. Coburn chops it back. Crooks will then pick it up, sending it out towards Coyle. City looking now to use that right-hand side with Semi Ajayi. Coyle gets it in return. Looking to go forward towards Matt Crooks. Crooks then dishes it up forward towards Bellumi on that right flank. One-on-one with Sturridge. Trying to chop it back in. Scoops it looking for Miller. It's going to have a little bit too much on it, and so Miller can't get that one under control. And Cooper for Millwall will pick up the ball, sending forward Aziz down that right-hand side. Hughes does really well to come across and block it before Aziz can even get a touch and a break on down that right flank. Out of place, and Leonard will go for the throw-in. Leonard over towards Crammer. Crammer in towards Denor, over towards Cooper. Cooper, I've got to say, had a really, really strong game at the MKM Stadium on Friday night. Was one of the reasons why City didn't have a lot going for them in the attacking ranks, certainly with McBurney. Hughes picks up the ball though in the midfield, tries to unleash Bellumi on that right flank. Bellumi does eventually get to it. One-on-one with Cooper this time, trying to cut back infield. Ball into the box, and once again that's going to have far too much on it. Sell over everyone's head, and out for a goal kick for Patterson in the Millwall stripe. And it's going to be that substitution looking to take place, I reckon, now. And it will be. So coming off for Millwall is going to be Ballo. And Ivanovic is on for Millwall. Ivanovic, who I believe has had quite a nice season for Millwall. Certainly a player to watch out for in this one. As Ballo comes off. Ballo was the man who put the very, very, very dangerous challenge on Joseph, resulting in him coming off. Out to Bellumi has been the move. We just need to get that next pass that connects to the final third. Yeah, Bellumi seems a little bit disconnected out on that right-hand side. So I like the idea of getting the balls to him, but there's no one there to then receive the ball from him. So he's having to play these advantageous balls into the box and over the top of players. Whereas if Bellumi had another man just in that sort of cam attacking role sitting behind McBurney, where he could just dish it in and then they can either distribute it in towards McBurney or then take a shot on the edge of the area. I think City would be seeing the fruits of that labour right now. But the scoreline is still 0-0. 57 minutes in this one. Leonard with a throw-in just in front of his boss's technical area. And Joseph just has a boot on now. Sits down with some crutches. So he's got one of them fashionable grey boots on his left leg. That could mean something or it could mean a whole lot of nothing. We'll wait and see on that post-match reaction from Sergei Kirich on what it does mean. Ball distributed out towards Bellumi on that right-hand side. Let's see if he can get that connected pass. He gets it towards Carl Dish and towards the box towards McBurney. And that one's chopped dangerously back by Kramer, who nearly converted it into an own goal. I think he was more looking for a clearance. But the ball swung in by Coyle, looking for McBurney, and Kramer wasn't a million miles away from sending that one back past Patterson. So it will be a corner kick here for City. I will keep updated on as we hear things develop on that Carl Joseph situation. Probably one that you'll be hearing from me throughout the week. Ball getting swinging from the corner. Just misses Bellumi and McBurney. Still with City. Giles dishes it back in towards Ajay. Headed away, trying to clear by Ivanovic. Goes again for Ivanovic. Now it's hoofed clear. Curl in chase of this one. And he's going to hoof it back over his head. Up the field as he was in a bit of pressure situation. City have time. Take the ball down now though here. Miller over on that far hand side. Looks for a through ball looking for Crooks. Didn't quite get that through ball to fruition. But he's going to try and dish one back now towards Bellumi. Bellumi swinging one in towards the area. Headed behind by Cooper. And it's going to be another corner kick here for City. Liking this little build of momentum that they've got going at the moment. Dang, Joseph in the boot. He's done. He's done. Yeah. It feels like if Hull City were to see themselves make it to the final, I reckon that Joseph might be out of contention in that one. Which just even further highlights on how... Why wasn't it a foul? The challenge on Joseph, but... And Ballo came off completely scot-free. Not a card, not a foul, nothing. Ball whipped in on that corner. Egan was the one who sent it behind. There was appeals from both sets of players. But the keeper decided to... the referee decided to verge with the side of Millwall and go for that goal kick. Looks like Millwall are going to be getting ready to make a double change. I believe that's Barry Bannon, one of the men coming on. Of course, Barry Bannon was part of that Sheffield Wednesday squad that lost to Hull City in the playoff final at Wembley 10 years ago. Thanks to Diarmé! And of course, Barry Bannon, a massive thorn in City's side for many, many years. As a predominant member of that Hillsborough squad. Moved to Millwall in the January. Came on in the second half on Friday. Looks like he's going to do the same here. Ball forwards by Millwall. Taken down though by City. Very well defensively blocked. Trying to unleash Miller on this left-hand side. Bodies committing forwards now for City. Miller trying to cut in field. Looking to distribute it out towards that right flank with Coyle. Coyle goes ahead of him towards Balumi. Balumi looking to swing one in here. Balumi plays it shallow towards Slater. Slater dinks one over the top. Tries to get it past Cooper. Doesn't manage to do so. Egan comes charging in. Egan fires one. And that one's going to go behind. Goal kick for Millwall. As I say, nice build of momentum here for City. They're doing the right things. They're getting themselves into the right areas. They're just needing to have that last little bit of quality in the final third to produce something. But it looks like Millwall are going to make the changes now. Maybe not. I think they're holding on for a second, as they're going to see this goal kick come in from Patterson. It's met by the head of Matt Crooks, who tries to power it forward to unleash McBurney. McBurney comes charging through and wasn't that far away from sneaking that ball past Patterson before he was able to pick it up. Hull City. No, Hull City. Hull City. Hull City. Hull City. Up the Tigers. Up the Tigers indeed. Ball now with Millwall inside of the City half. We are past that 60th minute mark. So the substitutes might start becoming a bit of a key influence in this game. Free kick here for City. Coburn just fouled up someone in that defence for the Tigers. And I think Millwall is still going to be holding out for the changes. Or are they going to make the changes now? They are going to make the changes now. There's going to be a double change here for Millwall. Hopefully City can respond to this quite nicely. Sturridge off. And Doherty on. Or Doherty, sorry. And Bannon on for Denor. So Bannon one to watch in that midfield. So let's hope City can recover from these two subs here. 63 minutes gone in this one. City looking to win this one. They have to win. There's no draws. If they lose, they're out. Panda with the goal kick, the free kick, sorry. Panda sending it forward towards McBurney. Chested down by Slater. Slater towards Matt Crooks. Sends it forward towards Balumi. Balumi inside of the area. Still Balumi. Mohamed Balumi! Mohamed Balumi! He stands. He's got the aura. It's Mohamed Balumi who sends Hull City 1-0 ahead. It's Mohamed Balumi. He wasn't in the starting lineup. He comes on for Kyle Joseph. Millwall are in dismay, shouting at each other in their defensive ranks. But Mohamed Balumi is the man to send Hull City 1-0 up and possibly through to the playoff final. Get in! Mohamed freaking Balumi! Oh, yes! That's what we like to see. You certainly did call it Mexico rolls. You certainly did, my friend. Well done indeed, Mohamed Balumi. Apologies if I perforated some people's eardrums there. Because my watch has just told me that I'm in a loud environment and I could be deaf. Bro, I love your reaction I was waiting for. Oh, get in! Love it! Absolutely love it! Now Hull City have to go on for another one. We're maybe a bit too early in the game to hold out. But Miller's going to maybe try and do this. As Miller's just taken down here. And Millwall, Aziz, getting frustrated. This is what I was talking about. Hull City grab one goal. And the Millwall squad, the Millwall fans will start to eat away at themselves. Because they feel like they should easily be able to cakewalk against Hull City. And if Hull City come in, play spoiler like they have done. And Mohamed Balumi with a pretty decent goal, to be fair. And it's been an up and down year from Balumi. You like to see it. And his celebration is him patting the badge in front of that away support. You just know that the away end is going mental right now. I mean, I'm going mental here. I'm back in cloudy old Hull. But it feels like at the moment, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it feels like in a bit of time, I might be on my way to Wembley. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've still got time to play. Just fixing my mic after I knocked it in pure celebration through the Mohamed Balumi goal. Oh, yes. But the game is not over. Still 23 minutes to play. Ball in for Millwall, headed away by McBurney. Back in by Millwall. This time it's going to be cleared by Giles. Going to send it down the line towards Liam Miller. Doesn't quite get there. And Sacco, he's frustrated at himself because his touch sends it out of play. So them two changes for Millwall weren't able to do anything because Hull City score right as they come on. What a time to be alive. What a season. And the season is still continuing at the moment. Millwall is still fighting though. Ball goes out of play. Bit of a testy one. As it was, I believe, Hughes in battle there. But City do come out with the favour from the referee with the goal kick. And you can see the away support there chanting their hearts out. The sold out away end down in the capital. As Ivo Panda sends this goal kick long. Looking for McBurney. McBurney just wrestled out of that one. You're going to see a lot more of Millwall playing a bit more feisty, a little bit more dirty. Hopefully the referee can keep on top of it. He should know that that is going to come now, thanks to Hull City going 1-0 up through Mohamed Balumi. Oh! Has anyone else's nerves just increased a little bit more? I thought they should have calmed down with Hull City going 1-0 up, but they've increased a little bit more. Oh! Ball hoofed forwards looking for Balumi on that right-hand side. It's going to be far too much in front of him before he can claim it. So it's going to go out of touch there. So it seems like Balumi was the right man to come on in replace of Joseph. We talked about that. Was it Gelhardt? Was it Balumi to come on for Joseph? It seems like Sergei Kirich made the right call to bring on Mohamed Balumi. Balumi gets a yellow card and just kicking the ball away after that ball that went too far ahead of him. A little bit light from the referee, but if he's trying to keep a hold on the game, I see why he's done it. Just got to watch the yellow cards. Millwall still building here. They're sending a ball through to the penalty area. That's going to sail right behind by Nedhill. Or Nedgley. Is it Nedgley? It's Nedgley. I've been calling him Nedhill. It's Nedgley, I think. Apologies. Nedhill. Who's called Nedhill? Nedgley. Nedgley? Nedgley. Nedgley. His name has no meaning anymore. Oh! Ivo Panda getting here to take the goal kick. I reckon each one of these goal kicks are going to be long. Each one's going to take about 20 seconds, if not more. Waste that clock down. They're doing the job that I said to do. Come and nick it 1-0. Oh! It's Leonard for the long throw, it seems, on this near-hand side, inside of City's half. Long throw coming in. That's going to bounce past everyone before Panda can claim it. It's going to be hoofed away by Kyle. Kyle should maybe heard the shouts from Panda to collect it, but anyway, it doesn't detriment City in that situation. Under 20 minutes left to play in this one as things stand. 1-0 City. Ball goes all the way back towards Patterson. He's going to bowl it out towards Crammer. Crammer towards Barry Bannon. Bannon could be on track to his second playoff exit by the hands of City. Slater on the ball, inside the box, Slater! Oh! Saved and blocked. And Regan Slater, really nice effort there. City capitalising on Barry Bannon as I'm talking about him. It was Bellumi who picked up the ball, played it off towards Slater, and then Slater's shot gets blocked in return. Sent behind for a corner kick for City. Slater very much could have ended it there. But anyway, he's got the corner kick here. City not going down, holding out their straws. They're still looking to try and add on to this scoreline, make it a little bit more of a comfortable ride in these last 15 plus minutes. Ball hoofed out. Trying to get sent back in there by City. Hoofed again by Millwall. Trying to get sent back in by City. And it's Millwall on some sort of a counter-attack. Everyone charging back for City. They know how much defence matters at this point now. With 18 minutes to go. Sacco lays it off towards Barry Bannon. Bannon chops one in towards the box. Steered away by Giles. Not too far. And just taken down to the deck with a little push or whack on the face is, I believe, Ivanovic on, I want to say Coyle. Yeah, Coyle just down on the floor holding his face. Just gets a tasty elbow shove to the face. But anyway, free kick there for City. They'll take their little bit of time with that one. Come on, City. Let's hold it out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, Tigers. Up the fucking Tigers. Oh. It seems like everyone's poll in the chat is on cards for being true at the moment. We had a heavy majority saying a Hull City win. They are doing so at the moment. Ball forwards by Millwall is blocked very easily there by Giles. Unleashing now Miller on this left flank. Miller got Giles in support. He's going to cut it infield himself. Looking to swoop it in towards Coyle, who's coming in at that back post. Doesn't quite get it towards Cole, but Cole then eventually does get to it. Lays it off towards Bellumi. Now Bellumi inside of the area, trying to get past Sacco. He eventually does, but his ball, trying to send it towards that 6-yard box, is out of play. So it's going to be a goal kick there for Millwall. Update in the Tottenham Leeds game. Leeds just scored with a penalty, so 1-1 in that one. But never mind, because all things are square in the hood here, down at the Den. Millwall 0, Hull City 1. 74 minutes in this one. That rhymes. Regan Slater nodding it down for Bellumi. Slater then trying to chop it forwards for McBurney. McBurney tries his best but doesn't come away with the ball in full essence. Ball getting pounded between pillar and post at the moment between both sets of teams. City at the moment, the ones with the possession. McBurney sees Miller on that left flank. Doesn't quite have enough on that ball to make it round Crammer. So Crammer does pick up the ball. Try to shape things going forwards down that right flank for Millwall. Out of play. And so now Millwall with their backs against the wall. 15 minutes remain in leg 2 of this Championship playoff semi-final. Winner of this game goes to Wembley to face whoever wins out of Middlesbrough and Southampton tomorrow night. Hull City, of course, have done the double over Southampton quite convincingly this season. And they managed to win one of the two against Middlesbrough. A horrific loss at the MKM Stadium earlier on the season. And they managed to pull it back just a few weeks later at Teesside. But of course, we will be facing them on the grandest stage of English football at Wembley. That is saying if Hull City can hold out in this one. Slater just taking it down on the edge of the area. Barry Bannon comes in. Ball whipped into the box by Millwall, away by Egan. Still on it for Millwall. Miller does well to try and block that challenge coming through. But it's Crammer down this right-hand side. Shapes one in towards the box. Headed behind by Louis Coyle. And that's going to be a corner kick there for Millwall. Everyone is doing their bit right now for City. Mission A, protect the lead. Mission B, try and grab another one to help Mission A. Corner kick coming in now for Millwall. I reckon we might see a change coming up in a minute for City. With 15 minutes remaining in this one. City still playing on that one change, the forced one in the first half. And Ivanovic heads that one behind off the back of the corner. Goal kick for City. They'll take their time with this one. Go on, Hull. Go on, Hull, indeed. Oh, man, this game is opening up so much. I'm terrified. I'm terrified indeed, Mexico rolls. I'm petrified. True squeaky bum time. Miller off. Gelhardt on. Joe Gelhardt, of course, started on Friday night. Was the other man not started this one. Both of them, him and Bellumi, who are now on the field now. Panner's goal kick goes long up the field. Headed on by McBurney, looking to flick it on for Gelhardt. Doesn't quite happen. Out of play. Throw in for Millwall here on this near hand touchline inside of the City half. And it's going to be Crammer to take towards Barry Bannon. Charging on that ball back, though, is Bellumi. Millwall still in possession here. Millwall in possession up that right-hand side. With Doherty. Now trying to shape one in towards Barry Bannon. City still with their backs against the wall a little bit here in defensive duties. As I say, protect the lead. Objective 2, grab another one to help Objective A. Bellumi's trying that with the ball forward towards Crooks. Crooks unleashes Bellumi. It's a kind of 3-on-1 situation here for City. Ball back towards Joe Gelhardt. Joe Gelhardt! It's 2! It's 2-0 City! And that surely is game, set and match! It's Gelhardt again! Gelhardt again! Gelhardt again! Ole ole! The two substitutes are the two goal scorers. First Bellumi, then Joe Gelhardt. It's 2-0 City. 12 minutes to go. And City surely have sealed their place at Wembley for the playoff final. Still time to go, but City are 2-0 up! Get in! Get in! That is what I was saying. Protect the lead, Objective 1. They're doing that. Objective 2, score a goal to help Objective 1. They've scored another one. It's 2-0. I feel a lot more comfortable right about now. Let's go! Bellumi with the ball towards Gelhardt. I believe it was Bellumi who shaped this one all up though. He was the ball that fired towards Matt Crooks. Matt Crooks would turn it to Bellumi. Bellumi coming up that right hand side. He made the fantastic run. He had option of sending it towards McBurney or Gelhardt. Gelhardt was the man in space. And he just sends a really low driven one underneath Patterson and dribbles across the line into the back of the net. The classic forward roll celebration by McBurney and Gelhardt. And once again, Gelhardt again. 10 minutes is all Hull City have to hold on for. My wife is going to kill me screaming at home with Woke the Baby. Tell her Hull City are winning 2-0 in the playoff semi-final second leg and are going to be playing at Wembley if all things remain like this. Let's go. Get in, City. Get in indeed. 10 minutes to go. Hull City are leading 2-0. And it's the two substitutes. The two men who started on Friday night didn't start this one, and both score in this second half as it's 2-0 City. And City are on track to win again away at Millwall. And if they hold out, it's another clean sheet. They tend to have quite a few clean sheets in the playoffs. And that away end is bouncing. It is bouncing. Oh, who's calling the final? The final is calling. Up the Tigers indeed. Come on, City, let's hold this out. And it's all gone quiet from the Millwall supporters. City are going to be looking to make some changes, I reckon. I doubt the substitutes coming on now are going to get a chance to score, because I reckon there'll be more defensive-minded substitutes. Of course, you've got Famewo and also McNair on the bench in defensive rankings for City. You've also got Lundstrom, who could maybe come on in replace of... I'm not sure, to be fair. We will see. Maybe the likes of... I reckon Egan or Hughes might be one to get substituted out due to them being on a yellow card. Lol, Millwall have been poor this second half. They certainly have been. Hull City have come out, look like the better side, and they are the victors for it. Evenly matched, I've got to say, through the Friday night game in the first half here. But City are doing what is needing to be done to seal themselves a spot at Wembley. Not long to go. And it's going to be jubilation down at the capital. Oh, Millwall getting ready to make what I believe is their final 2 changes. I reckon City will be making some more in their likings as well. Not just to bring on some defensive help, but also to time waste a little bit. It's going to be a triple change here for the Tigers. It's going to be Kumas, McNair and Lundstrom on. So McBurney is going to come off for Kumas. Don't mind that, saving your star man for Wembley. Giles is another one coming off. And then who is the third man to come off? We will see. So McBurney, Giles. Returning just to say congratulations. I know it ain't over, but I can't see Millwall coming back with anything. Yeah, battle of the big cats, certainly. And then Slater off for Lundstrom. So 50 grand man, Regan Slater, he's coming off. So's McBurney, so's Giles in replace of McNair, Kumas and Lundstrom. And the double change is now coming as well for Millwall to maybe try and get that last little bit of hope. Sacco off in replace of Kundal. And then Coburn off in replace of Langstaff. Come on, City. Come on. Hold it out. I'm sorry for Millwall. They were third all season. Now they may have to wait another. And I said, I don't know if they'll get. I don't know if they'll be up there next season. It feels like maybe not to the extent of Bristol City. Not Bristol City. Bradford. Not Bradford. Who am I thinking of? Barnsley. That few seasons ago where they finished 5th, and then the next season they finished rock bottom. I don't think they're going to finish rock bottom, but I think that they will have a similar situation where they won't finish in such good rankings. I think this was kind of a lightning in the bottle season moment for them. But it kind of has been for City as well, to be fair. Ball unleashing now, Matt Crooks. Can he make it 3? Sliding challenges, not enough. Matt Crooks on, he just can't get it past the keeper in Patterson, who saves it on his feet. He unleashes Millwall to go fast. It's going to be an intense 5 minutes plus additional time in this one. I presume it's going to be a fair few minutes due to the stoppages through the 2 goals and, of course, the substitutes as well. Ball in towards the midfield for Ivanovic for Millwall. Back forwards now to Kramer on this right-hand side. Up the right-hand side towards Aziz. He's been very quiet this second half. Looping one in towards the box. Met at the back post. Denied by City. Tried again by Millwall. Denied once again as Bloomy comes away with it. He's going to try and unleash Kumas. Kumas breaks in towards the Millwall half. There's a few Millwall men ahead of him. City players are coming in support. It's Egan and Crooks up there. Kumas is just going to hold it back, waiting for a little bit more support. And of course, see a little bit more of that clock go down now. He's then going to play it back towards Lundstrom, over towards Ajay. Forwards though in towards the Millwall half. Hughes is going to come away with it. Hughes just in possession for a little bit, playing it over towards McNair. McNair up towards Gelhardt, back towards Hughes. Hughes, Gelhardt. Gelhardt in a little bit of a battle here. Referee is going to pull it up there for a foul of Doherty on Gelhardt. Ole, 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 ole. Ah. Don't feel bad for them. The Prem has enough London teams. Yeah, could do with another Yorkshire team to be fair. And with what is pretty much certain to be Leeds staying up, could make an interesting little bout next season. I say this: if Hull don't win the final, I could see Hughes in it next season. We'll see. We'll see. Looks like they might be against West Ham next season. Yeah, it's either West Ham or Tottenham are seeming to be the team to go down. So it certainly seems like one London club is on its way out. And Hughes is the man who's just fouled down. Aziz given the yellow card. Of course, Aziz was the man who was red carded in this fixture earlier on this season, back on the middle of December. That away end is still bouncing. They've got 2 minutes worth of regular time plus additional. And the free kick happens. City don't commit many bodies forwards because it is defend, defend, defend. To see themselves the first team in the playoff final. Oh, come on, City. 2 minutes plus to hold out. Aziz heads one. Right at Panda. Easy enough. Takes it down. Dives down. Going to take his time. Not as quick as the releases we saw from Panda before City were leading this one. And certainly before City were leading 2-0 in this one. Bloomy gets Kumas gets a little shove to the back of the head. Not enough for the ref to call upon. And so Millwall have the ball in their defensive lineup. Maybe Southampton will win tomorrow and then we'll get taken out by Spygate and we get the promotion by default. Who knows? Kramer is down on the deck. He's calling quickly for the medical staff. So there must be something wrong in him. As Gelhardt just got a lingering little challenge on his foot. As he's going to receive some treatment. Kramer just mouthing off now towards Gelhardt. Millwall's out of substitutions. So we'll see on this one if he plays on. Just a little scrape of the studs to the right ankle from Gelhardt. Not intentional. But things like that happen. Football's contact sport, let's not forget. So yeah, certainly eyes will be fixed on tomorrow night. Middlesbrough versus Southampton. Spygate in full effect. As Hull City will be seeing the team that they'll be facing in the playoff final if all things remain as they are now. Still time to play. 7 minutes. 7 minutes are going to be added on here at the Den. That's all Hull City have to hold on for. Thanks to the goals from Gelhardt and Bloomy. Oh, can you feel that? Can you feel that? Can you feel it? Can you feel it, everyone? I feel it. I feel it. I feel a trip to Wembley Way on the cards. Time is looking on us. As Kramer's going to have to make his way off. He's not going to continue in this one. He's limping off the field. So I believe Millwall are going to have to force the play down to 10 men due to already having used all of their subs. So Millwall down to 10 men in the fixture again. Earlier on this season at the Den, Millwall were down to 10 men due to a red card on Aziz. They're down to 10 men today due to an injury on Kramer. Hull in the Prem would be so interesting. I wouldn't have high expectations, but I remember Huddersfield were in the Prem and they surprised in their first season. Yeah, I wouldn't be counting us out because we were counted out this season, and look at us, we're on track to now go to the playoff final. But I also am not going in with high expectations for us to stay up. I'm very happy with Hull City going to the Premier League and finishing in the relegation zone. I'm more than happy with that because we've gone through this ride this season. We have defied all odds. Ruled out before a ball was kicked this season, and City are hopefully in 5 minutes' time a playoff final team. For the third time in their championship history, Hull City will be going to the championship playoff final. They have not failed to win a playoff final in their history as a club in the championship. They've only lost one game at Wembley. That being that one against Arsenal, where it was in extra time, to be fair, where we lost. So in 90 minutes, they've not lost. They've won 1-0 Bristol City back in 2008 season. And then, of course, 10 years ago, 1-0 against Sheffield Wednesday, thanks to Diarme. Who will it be this season? We will wait and see. Those conversations will be waiting to be happening, but time still remains out in this one. Millwall are still fighting. They're not going down without a fight, but it seems like everything is all but over in this one for them. The second goal did it, but even at the moment, it seems like that first goal would have done it, as the defensive lineup for City has been very strong in the second half. I mean, the whole squad's been very strong in the second half. They came out fighting. They knew the job that they needed to do. They did the job early on. And they've played fantastic football in this second half. Ball forwards by City, out of touch by Bellumi. Throw in now for Millwall. They're going to take it quick. With 3.5 minutes to go. I remember that game you were winning 2-0. Yeah, 2-0 in 8 minutes. Tied up 2-2, then lost 3-2 in extra time, as we didn't have the quality depth to battle out in extra time. The players were knackered when Arsenal were just bringing on fresh talent off the bench that were like world-class talents. So, yeah. Yeah. Panda goes down, collects the ball. 2 minutes remain. Oh, sorry, 3 minutes remain, I should say. Oh, 3 minutes remain. 94 minutes gone. 97 to play as a minimum. Can Hull City hold out? Clean sheet and a 2-0 victory would be brilliant. And a clean sheet as well in these 2 games against Millwall, even better. Aziz on this right-hand side. Looking to shape one in. That ball is going to not test anyone behind for a goal kick. Panda will take a little bit of time with this one, as we expect. Last sip out of the Hull City mug glass for that last little bit of good luck in this one for the Tigers. As I'm sure Adrian Ajali is very, very happy with himself right now. His plan was to take Hull City to the Premier League. When the final whistle goes today, they're 1 game away from doing so. Thank you very much, Mr. Vegas, for the donation. Honestly, you do not have to donate to the channel, but thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. I hope that you're enjoying the live stream and that you are having a fantastic Monday evening. I know this I am. But thank you very much. Get an iron brew on me. I certainly will, my friend. Iron brews all around. Millwall trying to make a challenge of it. How are you? I'm doing good, my friend. How are you? Doing very, very well considering that scoreline at the bottom of your screen. I put 20 bucks on City to win and got some good payout. I bet you did. I was tempted to, but every time I bet on City, they always end up losing. So I thought I'm best saving it and not jinxing anything. Minute to go. That's all that remains in this one for City. Minute to go. Bellumi forwards. He's probably going to take this ball forwards and try and time waste a little bit. He cuts back on it rather than trying to play an adventurous ball into the box. Plays it back towards Kumas. Kumas shoots. Low driven right at Patterson. And that one's going to get dealt out. 30 seconds remain in this one. I mean, it'd be delusional to say that Millwall are going to grab 2 goals in 30 seconds. Panda swoops that one clear. Down. And Millwall coming forwards. Maybe last little bit of the game. Swooping into the box. Panda up, down, saves, down on the decks. That felt somewhat poetic. Like Norwich. Like the final game of the season. Where Panda grabbed that ball right at the end of it. And you knew at that moment, just like how you know now, that Hull City are progressing on with this season. We're just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. He could do it at any point. Ball cleared away by City. Out of play. Referee, blow that whistle, please. We're beyond the time limit now. Just waiting for the referee to confirm it, and he does so! Hull City have defied the odds once again! Ruled out from minute one before a ball was kicked this season. City was slated to finish dead last. They were slated to go down, relegated. Worst managerial appointment. Well, Sergei Yakirovich has led the Tigers to a championship playoff final. Thanks to Mohamed Bellumi. Thanks to Joe Gelhardt. The 2 substitutes on the day do it for the Tigers as they win 2-0 on the night and on aggregate against Millwall, the side that finished 3rd this season. And Hull City season continues on to Saturday, the 23rd of May at Wembley Stadium. Love it. Love it. Oh, Mexico rolls as well with the donation. $20, my friend. You honestly do not have to. Thanks for all the content this season and each season going forwards. No worries, Mexico Rolls. I will always be here, hoping to get a little bit more variety of content as well next season. And we've got more content to come this season as Hull City are going to Wembley! Get in! E-I-E-I-E-I-O, up the Football League we go. When we get promotion, this is what we're saying. We're all, Sergei is our king. Love it. From Booth 3 to Wembley, we'll keep that whole flag flying high. Here's your part of the payout. Love it, Mexico Rolls. Thank you very much, honestly. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Boom, playoff final. Congratulations, I'll be here for the final. Let's go. Come on, City. Up the fucking Tigers. Up the Tigers indeed. We're off to Arsenal. You're off to Lincoln. How do you like it? It's a little bit weird, the security lining the pitch at the away end. It's not like the away supporters are going to be jumping down off that top terrace to get to the players. It's more like the security trying to block Hull City from celebrating with the away support, but they are doing so. Smiles all round in Hull City camp. Go Tigers, support from Turkey. Thank you very much for your support from Turkey. Your channel could explode if you get that promotion. You've got a great personality. Thank you very much, Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very much. Hoping that City can do the job on May 23rd. We'll see who they're playing tomorrow. All eyes turn on that game. 8 PM kickoff. Middlesbrough, Southampton. But tonight it's all about Hull City. Ruled out from minute one this season. Sergei Akirovich, worst managerial appointment of all time. He's never managed a game in England. He's come off really crap teams in Turkey and stuff. Why on earth would he be a saving grace for City? Would you just look at this season? What a roller coaster. And the roller coaster has not ended. Mohamed Balloum is the man of the minute though. As City's season is still ongoing. Brilliant stuff. Okay, I'm off to celebrate. I'll see you later. See you later, my friend. I'll be off to celebrate as well. I'll end the live stream now, get my reaction video filmed, and then I might get a live stream back out like I did for the Norwich game to celebrate for about 30 minutes with the fans here to celebrate Hull City being the first team to qualify for the Championship playoff final. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me on the stream. Thank you very much to Mexico Rolls and Mr. New Vegas for the donations as well. Very, very much appreciated. I hope that you all have a lovely rest of your Monday. Of course, in about an hour's time, we will have more content up on the channel. That reaction video and, of course, that live stream here to celebrate even more on Hull City's miraculous feat of making it to the playoff final. I was told many times today as well, oh, no, you're not winning tonight. You're not winning tonight. Nah, forget it, forget it. Hull City didn't manage to do it by 1, as I was predicting. They did it by 2. 2-0 win. City are off to Wembley! Get in! Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Take care. Stick around on the channel. More content coming very, very soon within the next hour or so. Stay tuned. Up the Tigers! Get in!